So how do we feel after week 1?
Girl, I'm not at all happy, low-key.
I feel great.
I honestly believe you shouldn't even get in the top period.
Who, me?
Okay. Who in this?
Girl, who else?
Sure.
I think Constance should be in your place.
Okay. But
I just don't think you deserve to win.
You can think I didn't deserve it. But I mean, we all saw your runway and we
just
saw
don't.
mine. You pale in comparison
like your
to me.
head, I don't like your challenge, I don't like your runway, I don't like to me nor stood out to me. So I don't really think that you should have been in the top. I really think it should have been at least Anonamiss and Constance. At least Constance gave me something to work with, while yours just felt very cookie cutter.
Again, that is your opinion, and you could keep it to yourself. But I know the bitch who literally
In
looked
my
like
opinion,
shit on the
right, most of the time.
my runway. You was wearing a fucking cut up Primark t-shirt as a.
At least it was creative. At least it was creative.
And no panties.
At least it was creative.
Right.
But it was a little generic, I will admit.
It was creative. I had the idea. I had a vision, but for Couture's, it just felt very plain and simple for me.
Okay. Well,
that's it.
I would love to see you construct what I constructed in an hour.
Okay. I'll set up the challenge, girl. And I can't wait to see your ass in the bottom.
The lace on your wig started waving at me before you started fucking waving, bitch. And then if we was ever in that lip sync together, if I was in that box, do not play. Oh my god, I would slay you so hard. I will say one more thing just to end this because I'm sick of talking to you. Constance did a very good job during the challenge, and I think it could have been between both of us. And it just came down to the judges' preference, I guess. Like, I guess they just preferred me over it. Had I been higher and Constance been in the top 2, I would have lived and I would have shown support for my sisters.
Okay. Anyway, next, since you're completely irrelevant to me right now, so how else do we feel?
But baby, you should get relevant because I'm the fucking front runner. I'm the one who has the win.
Bro, I'm sorry, I can hear y'all. It's a lot of backlash going on. It's a lot of like constant, just like coming from somewhere. I just don't know where it's coming from. How be feeling, Carly?
I've been better. I did good. I say I'm safe. But next, better be ready.
So, Miss Barbie, how we feeling?
I feel great. How do you feel? Because you had some opinions about me winning.
Well, I'll keep those opinions to myself for now, but I feel
okay.
I feel content, even though some rankings were not as what I thought they would be, nor deserve, but it's okay. It's only week 1. But we'll keep pushing.
Yes.
Ophelia, how you feeling, sis?
How about week 1?
Yeah.
Wasn't my best work. I'm sorry I couldn't be in the video call. So I honestly don't really know the tea. But y'all slayed. Y'all work.
Miss Ophelia, hi.
Hi, baby.
How you feeling?
Sorry, sorry,
how
can
you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty nervous. Honestly, I don't do this often and I don't really feel like a connection with y'all as much as you seem to like have with each other, because I'm just like not always in the group chat. But I will say I'm like a huge fan of everyone. I really am like what everyone's bringing to the table. I'm a huge fan of y'all. I'm a huge fan of drag.
The not connecting part is really valid, especially with like I know Yavani wasn't there either for the filming either.
Who is that?
The trade wearing the white shirt.
The trade? Oh, Cerveza?
Yes, Giovanni.
Oh, okay.
But I think she feels kind of the same. Don't you feel the same about the connection thing because you were here for the filmings either?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. I do feel a little off. Like that's why kind of like I was like, you know what? Let me actually join y'all for once, cause I need to connect with y'all.
Well, we're gonna watch the roast together. Okay, guys, excited?
Yes.
Well, thank you to whoever just followed me up, because now you've made my job that much easier. Most of you won't know who I am yet because a bitch can't be consistent, but now it's time to lock the fuck in. You may as well know me as Mia, aka Missing in Action. Because what is a drag queen without her inner saboteur and brick-like looks? Like, I know, you wish you could look this busted, but here we are. It would be offensive to say that I know any of these queens because I don't. And I'm sure the feeling is mutual. But they're cute. Don't get me wrong, I love queens that can project an image of beauty when in reality everyone is just having a midlife crisis. Foundation could only provide. After all, a season without the most well-rounded queen would be a dud. For instance, you were the first queen I followed on this season, and you followed me back quite quickly. But I didn't follow you because of your drag, I followed you because you needed the followers. Now, couture is an adjective, which means it's a describing word. I know that some of you won't know that. I'm looking at you, Keaton. Which means handmade. And from the looks of what we've seen so far, looks like everything has been thrown together, just like this cast. Now, if you didn't like my roast, that's fine, because I won't be around much longer.
Carmen looks like the Oliver Twist of the season, and the only thing fish about her is the cat she's beneath. My darling Couture looks like the child of Fergie and Uncle Fester, and there's nothing that bad to say about her except for all twinks need to die someday. And guess who's next in this greatest wheel of terror? Ophelia, darling, I'm so glad that you were able to escape your critiques and have a crash out. At least we have you this season. I guess. Naja Meraki. She's the best of the bunch, but only when she's offline. And now time for the greatest bitch since the Great Plague of 1550. Kelton is stunning and beautiful, but still has more chin hair than my grandmother, and she's been dead for 2.5 years. Oh, Carly, I don't know you that much, but just looking at you, you look just as slow as your reserved internet. Carly's face reminds me of the bottom side of Roger's ass. Carly is pretty to a certain extent. She kind of reminds me of when I used to be in my grandmother's bathroom, caking on as much makeup as I could in the southern heat. Ophelia, darling, it's not shocking that you're considered the mug queen of the season, but after seeing your runway and your promo, honey, I am not quite sure if you should keep that title now. Electra and Carly look like father and son. It's crazy to me that they're sisters. Any queens that I have possibly missed, I feel like there might be one or so. It just means that you, darling, aren't strong enough to make yourself known. And to my great so-called enemy, Platinum. There's only one thing that I have to say about you.
Hola y buenos días mundo, and welcome to the roast of Season 8 of Drag Nation. I am Cereza, better known as my stage name from Mexico, Cereza Vereza Versace Valentine Santiago Romero Limos de Marco, and Del Rio Mimes. Isn't that great to hear? I have such a lovely name, I've been told. Which is crazy, because some girls have names that really fit them. You know, Cereza, an iconic character, an icon in video game history. And then there's Anonamiss, you know? She picked a really good name for her, because to this day, I still don't really know who she is. I'm just kidding. Actually, I do want to say something. Anonymous, I did love your promo a lot, actually. It actually did really good and surprised me. You know, it gave me a really great first impression of you. Now we know who the blonde bimbo of the season is. Isn't that great? The question is, are you going to be a plain Jane, or are you going to be the plain Jane first out? That's the other thing. Because there's a lot of blonde dumb bimbos here, and there's not room enough for all of us, if you ask me. But it's okay. I'll carry on the prettiness for us. Now, off to the rest of the cast. Constance, how are you doing today, sweetie? I hope you're doing great. You know, Constance claims to be from Rack City, bitch. But last time I checked, the only racks that Constance loves and enjoys are those at the buffet on every Sunday after church. Because who doesn't love our Lord and Savior Jesus? Can I get a man up in here? Woo! Now, last time I checked, Constance claims to be excited for spooky season. But if you ask me, she really is excited. Just look at that mug. She's already way more excited than the rest of us. She's already ready and dressed up. Oh, that's not her costume. Anyways, I'm just kidding, Constance. I actually love your mug. It's so pretty. Okay. Now, off to the next note. Now to a girl who I love and who's a personal sister of mine, who serves both pop star realness and a boxer hairline all in one. Let's get up for Couture. Welcome to the panel, sweetie, and welcome to season 8. Because honestly, I'm surprised to even see her here. From what she told me, she was a replacement last minute. It's okay, girl. We don't all get in the first time. Well, maybe not all of us do. Anyways, Couture, but how are you doing today? You know, some people know you by Couture, but other people know you by your stage name, better known as Bra and Panties, am I right? I'm just kidding. Honestly, she does it right. For a pair of bra and panties, you know, all you have to do, you gotta do a really good padding. Which I wish he did, but it's okay. We don't all do that. We all can't be everything, you know. It's okay. Now, let's hear it out for an established panel of judges. And let's welcome the winner of Season 7, Nigel. And obviously accompanied by the other great winner of Season 7, Nigel's Cherries. Because if you guys couldn't tell, I do love cherries. And honestly, a cherry for the win sounds great. Let's be honest here. Team Cherry, Team Cereza. But obviously, in the end, the other twinner joining us today is Electra, otherwise known as the runner-up per se. Now, Electra, I hope you're doing great today. You know, for a girl who sews, you definitely know how to serve a lot of layers of fashion, as you call it. It's okay, honey. We don't all do great. Don't worry. You know, last time I checked, bobby pins and safety pins go a long way. Speaking of, I'm just kidding. But also, that does remind me, Keldon, how are you today? Now that we're on season 8 of Drag Nation, I hope you're doing great. You know, I hear that you crashed out every once in a while, and especially after the fiasco of episode 1 not making it, it really gave me a feel of like, are we sure we're ready for season 8? You know, that's okay though. Love you, Keldon. I hope you love me. Hashtag team. You love me for the win. Now get up to our next sister. What's it say here? Anonamiss.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for having me here tonight. I'm honored to be in attendance at this brick convention, and thank you Anonamiss for that wonderful introduction. That set was almost as bad as your lip sync last week. Speaking about the lip sync last week, you told me to bring all the stops, but baby, you should have brought a damn hairbrush, cause that synthetic wig was thirsty, bitch. It was desperate for some tender loving care. Almost as desperate as you looked during the lip sync. You may have come second last week, you'll always be first place in the clinic. Now let's move on to the Terry Joe of Drag Nation, Constance. Now, I know you like to read me for my bone straight hair, it's human, and how I need a curling wand, but baby, what you need is a corset. And for someone who claims to know fashion, you're not helping yourself by wearing a literal bedsheet on the runway last week. But we won't go there. Let's move on to Carmen. When I think of Carmen, 2 words come to mind. Beard cover. I do have to say though, Carmen, your runway really put the fashion in fast fashion. If the category was TJ Maxx realness. I don't really know what to expect from you, Carmen, because you're not a fashion queen. You're definitely not a look queen, but I know I can always expect a synthetic sheen wig. But baby, she may be in, but your time in the competition is running out. Let's leave that alone. Let's go on to Saravina, girl, whatever your name is. I don't know it, I don't need to know it, you're not gonna be here long. I do know that you like to take inspiration from me, considering you wanted the link to my wig. And you seem to use a lot of the same TikTok sounds that I use. But maybe you could take some inspiration from my makeup. Cause you know a brick, you a whole brick wall. And maybe take some inspiration from my fashion sense, because a bad leotard on a man body is not giving me drag. We do have one similarity though, however. We're both built like Coca-Cola products. The only difference being, I'm built like a Coke in a bottle, you're built like a Coca-Cola in a can. Let's leave it alone. Ophelia, you're pretty. But pretty isn't everything. But judging by your page, that's all you got. Cause I saw those lip syncs, and they were giving something. I don't know what they was giving, but it was something. I did see an attempt of a dip. However, it was more of a death drop, cause you hit the floor like a sack of spudge bits. And that split was cute. It wasn't a flat split, but it was cute, you know. It was definitely a split, like the ends of your hair split. Let's move on to that girl Platinum, the self-proclaimed lip sync assassin of the season. Now, you claim to be a fierce lip syncer, but judging by your page, I would have said sashay away. However, I really appreciate the confidence, especially when you post in boy body with those off-the-rack outfits. If I was to describe your drag, I would use the word suspicious. Well, that was my... Oh, I forgot about Carly. Well, that was my roast. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. I had fun. I love you guys. But baby, always remember, you can't read the doll. And now, please welcome to the stage, the queen of boy body, Platinum.
Hi, hello, and thank you so much, Couture, for that lovely introduction. It is so nice to be here up on the podium for the New Girls Roast at Drag Nation Network Season 8. Like, getting to it. The production is there. Yep. And she's also getting her coin. Period. Anyway, girl, being in the workroom and seeing so many queens who resemble average, ordinary, everyday people is pretty astonishing to me, because we have Constance, a love child of Silky and a construction worker. Carly, a love child of Kermit the Frog and Trixie Mattel. And Couture, a love child of brother and sister. Anyway, speaking of Couture, girl, I went through her Instagram post the other day and I didn't really learn much about her. But the one thing I did learn was 3 different ways of faces you could show when sucking dick that I will be using later. Anyway, here's number 1. Number 2. Number 3, my personal favorite. Ah. Anyway, let me stop being mean and let me give her a genuine compliment for once. Wow, words. Anyway, Couture, girl, that mug is so stamped and she is looking fine. Period. Girl, what is that you using? Facetune? Over here matching with Keldan. Ugh. But girl, that's not even drag nor digital art. That is pixels. Anyway, moving on to Anonamiss. Because Anonamiss me with that bullshit. How the hell did it take me 3 different search engines just to find out who you were as a person and a drag queen? And I still didn't find out what I wanted, because it took me Google, Yahoo, and Bing just to find out that you were what? And who? And my personal favorite from Bing was who that is. Anyway, now moving on from Anonamiss, because it's very fitting for her name anyway, because she is very highly forgettable. we have Carly. Hey, sister. Girl, when I first met you in the workroom, I truly thought you were Barbie coming back out from a night with Trade. Like, it was scary! Because not only do you look like Barbie, but you also look like Ursula. Because it's impressive how you managed to make me feel for my poor, unfortunate soul. So sad. So chopped. Anyway, let me tell an actual joke for once. But what do you get when you cross a crybaby and a squealing pig? You get Ophelia, the crash-out queen that everyone knows and doesn't like. Anyway, moving on to the lovely girl of the hour and the host herself, the one, the only, the beautiful, and certainly least, Keldan. Girl, we had a good time and had a key on that one competition. I don't remember, but I will let everyone know beforehand, do not walk in front of her on the stairs, walk afterwards, because I broke my neck and my legs and my collarbone from running down them because girl broke a heel and started tumbling down the stairs. I truly felt like I was on the remake of Indiana Jones, The Electric Boogaloo. But anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. And let's give it up for the crash out queen herself, who you're generally going to forget about later, Ophelia.
Hey divas, it's Ophelia, contestant number 6, and I'm so excited to be doing the Snatch game this... What? Oh, Keldan changed the challenge again? Oh, so excited to be doing the roast this week. Now, it's going to be hard to roast my fellow sisters considering we just met and I don't know how to use a group chat. Contestant number 1, Constance. Diva, I thought I was the oldest queen in the competition until I saw you paint. Gorgeous, gorgeous gowns. Couture. It's giving Miss Expose, but with a good wig and hairline. Also, I love how when you lip sync, it looks like you're eating soup. Very comfy. Carmen, you look so good when you use AI. And the shoes in your promo look make it look like your feet are logs strapped to the back of a truck. It's so slay. Keenan, Carly, your drag is so boring you have to post other queens on your page. You look like the mouse from Alice in Wonderland in your promo, which is like cute, like she's a cute mouse, but it's a mouse nonetheless. I hear going platinum fucks your hair up. Is that why your hair looks like that, Platinum? Girl, I can lend you a hairbrush. We all have those days. Miss Anonamiss, what's your secret, girl? Good drag? A lace front? Because from the looks of your promo, it's giving UK drag. Love you, Alberta Diva. Cerveza! The only thing lower than our economy right now is your lashes. Mama, you gotta glue them up a little, let them dry before you take photos of your drag. Now let's move on to our wonderful judges. Nigel Thornberry, can you please get up? I'm sorry, can you get up? Electra, girl, get that microphone out of your mouth. We can't hear a thing you're saying. Now on to the final diva of the night, Calvin Klein. Make like your Calvin Kleins and skid out of here because, girl, I'm over it. Stop messaging me, girl. I'm tired. Yeah, that is the end of the roast. Please welcome our next contestant. Insert contestant name here. And have a good one. I love you. Bye.
Thank you, Ophelia, for your wonderful roast. If that was your roast, I wonder how your cooking might be. Probably burnt and stale. Now on to our mother, Keldan. Keldan, you are so greasy that I can see my own reflection. Keldan, you are so greasy that I can make a piece of fry bread off your greasy forehead on a hot summer day. Now on to my season 8 sisters. Platinum, darling, your wig is so flat that it makes Anonamiss hard front look amazing. Carmen, your drag is so boring that it's making me stutter. Now on to Ophelia. Ophelia, you were so messy that it makes Constant look polished. Talking about Constance, girl, you need to stop smoking before you end up on the carton warning. Exhibit A. My fashion sister, Couture. Couture, when you said it took 3 hours to make your promo outfit, girl, we can all tell that it took 3 hours to make your promo outfit. Girl, if you need a fashion queen to adopt you, I would gladly decline. And with that, my closing joke is, Keldon, you were so greasy. Period. Microphone, drop.
Category is culture. Up first, couture. Up next, Constance Carlisle.
Every first Sunday growing up in the South was Missionary Sunday, where the women would wear white to symbolize purity. This is my culture, growing up in Wamala, the countryside.
Up next, Ophelia. Up next, Platinum. Up next, Carly Cannabis. Up next, Theresa. Cigarette case, the cigarette oh, oh my goodness. I'm gonna start with Ophelia. Gulp, 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 gulp. I want to get into your roast. Personally, for me, it doesn't matter if the other girls can't hear you, they're gonna hear you in the final edit. All that matters is if I heard it, and I did, it was really funny. It was giggling, it made me Google from the start when you were like, "I'm so excited to do Snatch Game." Oh, he changed it again, girl. That I was when I was when I was hearing these jokes, I was trying so hard not to laugh out loud so then everyone else can hear it, and I was like regurgitating my throat. Like there was some good hitters there, and then referencing Nigel. Can you get up? No, seriously, can you get like that was hilarious. You had like little jokes. We'll get into your runway. Your runway is very very French Canadian, very sailor, very on the boathouse, on the dock. I got more like sailor, but I did get the French. I did eat down the French. I did enjoy it. It was really cute. The colors looked gorgeous. The mug was right. The hair, the little cute skirt with the little top. It was very cute, very demure. I enjoyed it. I think you did really good this week. This is more your personality. Nom 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 nom. Thank you.
You're welcome. Couture. Gulp, 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 gulp. I will start with your runway. I was expecting a little more because what you were describing to me was like this very high fashion, gorgeous moment, and I was like, "Oh, I'm excited."
it was kind of like discombobulated for me. You like the plaid, like some of the items were very like, I don't know. To me, it just didn't work for me personally. But in the roast, you were really funny. You had your jokes. There was some misses, but there were still some big hits. I really enjoyed it. And the outfit in that, girl, you pretty gowns, gorgeous gowns all around. Loved, girl. Tuh. Did your big ones. I think the biggest issue was just the runway for me.
Okay.
We'll go down to Carly. Girl, you are fucked up. Oh, you are fucked up, girl. Just the way you started just looking at the camera, knowing that I laugh at your dumb makeup. Girl, bye. The joke of Constance on the cigarette case, girl, that took me out. That was such a sudden. Girl, that is hilarious. It was so unexpected. It was so silly, goofy. It was a moment. The one thing, you did not meet the time requirements. It was 2 minutes. Yours was about 1 minute and 29 seconds, I do believe. It was still funny. You still had the jokes. I wish it was longer. I made Constance extend it more because she didn't meet the quota either. 2 minutes to 4 minutes. But other than that, you did really good in the roast. Made me laugh most of the time. Your runway is stunning. I love how you went outside for it too. Come on, bitch. She said, Indigenous queen, we're gonna go outside in the wilderness. Yvonne! Start with your runway, diva. I enjoyed it, girl. It was giving Selena bitty bitty bung bung, Puerto Rican, girl. You were giving Selena boots. It was stunning. It was cute. I know exactly what outfit she was wearing too. The exact reference, culture, homage to the late and great queen of Latin pop music. The roast, sister. The confidence was not there. You kept tying something behind your neck, and that kept distracting. Because it looks like you were in your head doing other things like, oh, my outfit's slipping down or this and that. To me, like there was some jokes in there, but it most of them kind of like a foul ball, you know? You had some funny ones saying Yavani playing to the strength. It's just the confidence in the video alone. I could just tell that you know. And y'all got to pre-submit it. Y'all could have refilmed it twice, 3 times. Make sure you guys are like, okay, get used to it, but it's okay. Platinum.
Hi.
Let's start with you. Okay. Welcome back to my ASMR channel. We'll start with your roast. Girl, the faces. When you were turning around and you were doing faces, girl, that had me holler again with the same thing with Ophelia. I was holding down my laugh because I was like, I cannot giggle too much. I was like, I gotta swallow my giggle so people can hear. It was funny. It was hilarious. I could tell you were confident. I could tell you were not overthinking it. And even when you did mess up your own words, you kept going. And you made a joke about it. You, like last week when I said like you were in your head a little bit on the runway or like you overthought the runway. This challenge, you were not overthinking it. You just full force. I'm proud of you for that, girl. And there was a long roast too, and you kept giving hit after hit, maybe a miss, maybe another miss, but then there was another hit. It was good. The runway. I like the runway. Big improvement from last week. Could be a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more. Put some stones on it. Add some tethers. Some fringe. But girl, there's a big step up from last week from not matching to this matching. It was giving aquatic goddess. Constance Carlisle. Your both had some good, funny jokes. You were funny. You were a funny gal. You had your moments. You hits. The jokes were good. Thinking about it, do I remember them? No, but I just remember laughing, which is good. It's good. Your runway, from what you were telling me, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Did I get cultural after just looking at it? No. It was giving businesswoman, the Sunday church, but the thing that sells it is your confessionals. You know, like you always have the story with the outfit, how it makes sense. But for the ball next week, I need you to embody what the look is without you having to explain it over a voiceover. You know what I mean? That we have to look at it and be like, oh, that's the reference. You could have had like a big church Sunday hat. You could have done more that we could recognize it right off just looking at it. Because it was just giving Sunday best, businesswoman. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. I go make a coffee and have a little smoke break. You guys will go untucked.
Okay, y'all.
Well, that will do it. How does everyone else feel?
Well, I honestly feel great.
No.
Honestly, I feel really bad and getting negative. So I was kind of worried.
And my favorite part was
Not the cigarette.
I just live for that. I just
Jonathan smoking another smoke.
Girl, she gonna beat your ass at this
these are
moment.
Earl's. Okay, it's not tobacco.
All I gotta say is
Couture, baby, how do you feel? I loved your roast.
I feel good. I feel like I did good in the roast. The roast is the challenge I want to do.
Okay. I liked your roast. It was pretty good.
Thank you.
Anyway, Miss Ophelia,
I'll
how
do
was
my
your last week and this week?
I feel great. I was not very excited for this week, but sounds like Kelvin liked it. I didn't know that y'all knew I was such a crash out queen. Dramatic.
Really emotional moment while like in the runway because it was just like such a close connection I felt to like the femininity of it, and then just like for me, my drag is based off like a lot of like um Hispanic icons and it's like important women in my life. And at one point in my runway, I saw kind of like my mom a little bit, and it got me like really emotional because it really it really got me to the point to realize that my family doesn't know I'm doing this. Like, I could honestly get kicked out of the house if they found out. But at the same time, I'm like, that's what drag is for, like, the risk and all that. So I'm excited to keep going for it and hopefully progress as the competition goes. As for the challenge itself, a little nervous for it because I don't have much experience in comedy. I do want to become good at comedy. I do. That's a goal. But at the same time, I don't have much experience with it, and I didn't really know you girls that well, so I had no clue what to say. I honestly barely made any jokes that I felt landed, and they mentioned my confidence a lot in it, and they were right. I was kind of over my head, and it's terrible because I had reshot that like 3 times, and each time I just looked at myself and I was like, "Cool, I don't look confident," and it just was a whole moment. And then the outfit kind of backfired on me because I had tied it, and then it kept on tying, and it just got me out of my head a lot, and it was just like, "Ooh, I don't know what I'm gonna do here." But like, I feel like if I do have to lip sync, I can definitely stay. Like, I have a good shot of staying, and I really want to prove myself as to why I joined the competition too.
Well, girl, I will say I do love you, and I really feel for you. And I will say that like practicing, I truly get. I will say when it comes to comedy, that girl, it's so much harder than it is. Like people think it's so easy, but it's not going to be easy. Like I was in drama class and my drama teacher gave me this was dying is easy. Like it's fine. Just like keep your head up and if you think, girl, But
Yeah, we love you,
I agree.
baby. Thank you for being so vulnerable.
Yeah, we love you, baby. Thank you for being so vulnerable.
And you have new sisters now that you can always talk to whenever you need to.
I have made some decisions, y'all. Gulp, 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 gulp. Platinum, Ophelia, and Keenan. This week, you are the tops of the week.
Yes.
But only one of you may be the best of the week. Ophelia, congratulations. You have won this week's challenge.
Oh my god, thank you.
You
Holy
are
shit.
the best of the week. How this will work, you will lip sync against the worst of the week. If you win the lip sync, she will go home. If the worst of the week wins the lip sync, she stays. So, we'll get into it. Carly and Platinum, congratulations. You are high this week.
I
Good
wish.
job. Anonamiss, she has been given the absence leave. Couture. Oops, see someone joining. Who is this?
girl, that's Lectra.
Girl, get out of here. Get out of here, honey.
It didn't make sense to me. To me. To me.
Lectra, don't turn on your mic. We don't need to hear the beep boop beep beep right now.
Girl, those no beep 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 boop. That was a demon. Shit.
Me. Okay, thank you, Diva. Couture. This week you are safe.
Thank you.
Constance. Carmen. Yvonne! This week, all three of you are low. Miss Carmen has been the worst of the week, and she'll be lip syncing against Ophelia. If Carmen wins the lip sync, she will stay. If Ophelia wins the lip sync, she will go home. Constance and Giovanni, you guys are low.
Are you a man? 'Cause I'm a bitch. I'm already rich, just looking for that. This party sucks. I'm about to ditch. Don't even try to give me shit. I've earned the right to be like this. Oh, you say you love me? That's funny. Well, so do I. Joyride, joyride. I'm just looking for a good time tonight. Beep beep bitch, I'm outside, getting loser for the joyride. Every motherfucker turn, no for nothing, no it didn't hurt. Beep beep, last night your life, getting loser for the joyride. Me shit, 'cause I'm a bitch. Me shit, I'm a bitch. Me shit, 'cause I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch.
What an amazing lip sync, ladies. But I've made my decision. Carmen, congratulations. You have won the lip sync, which means you'll be staying another week. Ophelia, you did amazing, my dear, but you did not win the lip sync of
I'm
best
over it.
versus the worst. And with non-elimination, ladies, the only thing we can do in this happy occasion is let the music play. I'm a winner. I'm a winner, baby. I'm a winner.
To the
I'm a
moon.
winner, baby. I'm a winner. Nobody tell the truth.